Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Ambition Record running on Series X. Although you couldn't tell this is running on Series X based on the way it runs, and based on the frame rate. This is the entrance to Rivulet Village. You say that, but it doesn't look like there's anything here. Yeah, that's because there's a barrier around the village. My name is Alexia Bloodburn. I have the blood of the Etranger clan in me. I will offer proof of that here and now. May the door to Rivulet Village be opened. May the Etranger clan continue to exist and prosper forever. Shukur Ideal va Etranger. Chief Raphael, the door to Rivulet Village has been opened. Ah, good work. So let's go in right now. Rivulet Village, the home of the Etranger clan, just up ahead. I've admired this place so much. I've dreamed about it. Ah, my heart's beating like a drum. Me too, Amelia. Let's go, Raphael, quick. Yeah, come on. Yeah, just don't get so excited. I can't say I'm looking forward to this, but let's go. This village is exactly the same as it used to be. Have you been here before, Raphael? Yeah, it must have been about 3 years ago. To be exact, 3 years, 16 days, 8 hours. If you say so. We've been waiting for you, Raphael. Ah, you look as well as ever, Rudolph. How are you? How old are you now? Me? 130 years old this year. What? You're 130 years old? Still a youngster. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas. If you're still a youngster, I'm nothing more than a baby. The magic power of the Etranger clan is really something. Ho, ho, ho. Anyway, Raphael, I basically understand what's going on. You want us to keep Queen Cassandra and Prince Ferdinand safe here in the village, yeah? Just what I'd expect from the chief of the Etranger clan. You understand everything that's happening on the surface. Yeah, you're right. Can I ask you to do that? How could I turn down a request from you, Raphael, the fiancé of my dear granddaughter, Alexia? Fiancé? Hey, just a minute. I haven't said yes to anything like that yet. Please don't worry, Chief Raphael. I don't want to go that far myself. Just keep your promise to marry me. If you do that, I don't mind if we don't have children. Well, Raphael. I don't believe it. Raphael. You're such a shameless chief. Such a shameless chief? On the battlefield, they call me Raphael, the deity of death, or Raphael, the great warrior, or even Raphael, the nobleman of darkness. Are you calling me shameless chief? Hey, Henri, say something to those two. Sorry, chief, but I can't do that. Are you gonna ignore my order? I'm the chief, you know. That line is one useless commanders often use, chief. I'd believe that if you were different from Fodor, but maybe I overestimated you. Okay, I'll put up with the title of Shameless Chief, but in return from now on, I'm gonna call you the Shameless Spy Chief, so get ready for that. No thanks. Ho, come to my house. It's further into the village. The Queen and the Prince look tired. I'll prepare something hot to eat right away. How about we take Rudolph up on his offer? Ah, Alexia, did you come back to the village? Teach me magic again, won't you? Promise? Heroes and sages are treated as useful during times of confusion, but when times of peace return, they are purged. We know that from bitter experience. Please be careful too, Raphael. I understand the details. We'll protect the Queen and the Prince here in the village. As you know, Raphael, Rivulet Village is surrounded by a protective barrier. Balthazar's forces will never discover it. Sorry to have to ask so much, Rudolph. I'm sure you must have a range of feelings having to protect members of the royal family. But it's a request from none other than Raphael, after all. If it had been the king or crown prince Fodor, then we wouldn't have let them set foot inside this village. The royal family is out to take our lives. Why does the royal family of Francia target the lives of the Etranger clan like that? Weren't your ancestors in the Etranger clan allies who fought with the royal family of Francia and the King Dragon to unify the world? Even we don't know the details. I've heard that once the world had been unified by the royal family of Francia, the royal forces suddenly attacked the clan. I'd say the royal family were wary of the magic power of the Etranger clan. Ever since then, we've lived hidden within a barrier drawn around the village. That sort of thing that people with power would think of. Use people as much as you can, and when there is no use for them, cut them off without a second thought. They think they're special, don't they? Common people, nobles, the royal family. In the end, we're all the same humans. I'm so sorry, everyone. There's no need to apologize, Queen Cassandra. That's right. Please rest in this village. There's no need to be anxious, Your Highness. We'll be sure to protect you. Anyway, we should be heading to the counterattack. The arrangements for the food should be finished now. We'll send a signal to the guy hiding all across the kingdom. If we go north from this village, we'll get to the square at the summit of the mountain. Let's send up the beacon of counterattack there. Yeah, we can't let Balthazar get away with doing whatever he wants for even a moment longer. Alexia, keep working to support Raphael. Yes, of course. I'll serve Chief Raphael with all my heart. In that case, eat wholeheartedly, you teaser. Everything will be okay, won't it? Please take care, Raphael. Don't worry. We'll get the castle back in no time. Look after Prince Ferdinand until then, okay? Of course, Raphael. May you all have the protection of the dragon. Thank you, Your Highness. Raphael, there are some members of the Etranger clan who have joined the Dragon King's forces. In particular, the man called Ravel will do anything to get what he wants. Be careful. Revel, that officer of the Dragon King's forces who kidnapped the son of Chief Mulgra of the Dutos clan to get the clan involved in the battle. I'll remember that info. And you speak in long-ass sentences. Okay, Alexia, Henri, Miss, let's go to the square at the summit and send up the beacon to announce the revival of the band of mercenaries. Okay, those guys are hanging out there. Let's see, who needs HP? Intelligence, I guess. Who does the healing? I think she does the healing. As you can see, the Etranger clan just continues to get smaller and smaller as the result of the long years of repression by the royal family. Some of the arcane magic passed down from our forefathers has already been lost. Henri, send up blue, purple, and red beacons. Blue shows the revival of the Avenir mercenaries. Purple shows mourning for Vulcan and Chancellor Vilna. And red is a declaration of war on Balthazar. A decisive battle with Balthazar is finally here. If we're defeated, that's the end of the kingdom. We need to make sure we win. I've made arrangements for weapons and food to be transported to the base, Chief. Okay, in that case we'll go back to the base ourselves and join up with the others. Let's go, Alexia, Henri, Miss. Balthazar, a beacon has been sent up from Mount Crail. It's probably a declaration of war against us from Raphael and his gang. Roche was supposed to have been dispatched to Mount Crail. I see, so Roche was defeated. We can't underestimate the power of those guys. But they're humans in the end. They're nothing but garbage before us, with the power of the King Dragon ours. More importantly, though, did you find the secret treasure of the royal family? Yes, we found it at last. I've made arrangements for it to be brought here immediately. Well done, Ravel. So, all we need to do now is intercept Raphael. Have all forces prepare for battle. Of course, Balthazar. Even Balthazar isn't going to be able to break the barrier around this village. Ho ho ho! Hee hee hee! Chief Raphael, we've been waiting for you. At last, it's our turn. Let's go smash that Balthazar into tiny little pieces. We're going to be up against Balthazar, the Dragon King. We might lose our lives, but even so, every single one of you looks happy. Chief Raphael, the food and weapons promised from Dulor, our village, have arrived. The Chancellor gave his life to get them. Don't waste them. But Chief, it looks like the enemy are staying inside the castle. We don't have anywhere near enough power or food to be able to attack the castle right now. That's too bad. What are we going to do, Raphael? You should take the secret passage into the castle. Chancellor, you're alive? But what exactly is all this? We decided to trust Vilna once again. After all, he was ready to give his own life in order to protect this kingdom. Where? Henri, your parents were killed by Vilna. When they arrived at the castle, your parents were so ill that they collapsed. Vilna buried both of them, so carefully. I don't believe it. So I was... Henri. He may only have been part of the group for a short time, but working with the Chancellor, you should realize that he doesn't kill people for no reason. But continuing to hold a grudge against the Chancellor, you've continued to avert your eyes from the sadness and from the reality. Chief, I know. You don't have to say anything more. We'll need your help. If we're going to rescue this kingdom, won't you lend us your strength, Henri? You, Sniffle, you don't need to ask me. I was going to do that anyway. But we need you too. Tell us where the secret path is in the castle, Chancellor Vilna. Henri. In the basement of the inn in Francia City, there is a passage that leads into the castle. It's the secret passage we used to get Prince Ferdinand out of the castle. Go through that passage and you'll get into the castle. The key to the door is... This is the key to the door to that secret passage. Chief Raphael, if we're going to infiltrate the castle without the enemy noticing, we're going to need a decoy. Alexei's right. I'm only going to take a specially chosen brigade to get through the passage into the castle. The main force of the Avenir mercenaries will attack the castle head-on. You can take the command, Chancellor. The main force will be a decoy more than anything else. If you can attract the attention of the main force of the enemy until we get to where Balthazar is, that's good enough. Don't worry, I understand it all. Okay, so let's get the plan moving right now. Everyone, get ready to attack. Yeah, that's okay. I have a report to you, Raphael. The attack on the castle by the Avenir mercenaries has begun. So they came, did they? Those foolish humans who would go against Balthazar. They're by the castle gate, shouting curses against Balthazar. They're saying that the soldiers of the Dragon King's forces are cowards too. Grr, I'll never forgive them. Don't get so angry. That's exactly what the enemy wants. Their fighting strength is inferior to ours. They're trying to make us angry to draw us out of the castle, so that they can fight a decisive battle with us on flat ground. Do they really think such a poor strategy will fool me? Actually, you should shout curses back at them. If they get so enraged that they are forced to attack the castle, we can attack them from above the castle gate. It'll be completely one-sided. Strengthen the defenses around the castle. If we can just gain ourselves a few days, that'll be enough. That's our role, more than anything. Understand? Yes, sir. I will assemble forces by the castle gates. There were mercenaries near the castle gate shouting insults at Balthazar and the soldiers. Did you order that, Chancellor? Yes. Yeah, that's right. I ordered it. Chancellor Vilna, with the pathetic insults like that, there's no way the enemy is going to come outside. We're up against the main group of Balthazar's forces, right? I don't think it'll work either. The enemy probably think the same as Henri. The aim isn't to draw the enemy outside. Raphael, I guess you know what my intention is. Well, I'd say you're trying to draw the enemy's attention towards the castle gates to make it easier for us to sneak inside through the secret passage. But if the enemy forces get angry, open the gates and come out, what then? Our forces will intercept them. We don't have enough military force to attack the castle, but in a battle on flat ground, even the mercenaries should be able to fight evenly. I have more than enough strategies for it, if it comes to that. We can leave a fight outside the castle to you, Chancellor, no problem. As planned, we'll get inside the castle from the basement of the inn, and mount a surprise attack. Okay, you guys, let's put the plan into operation. Chief Raphael, this is the entrance to the secret passage into the castle that Chancellor Vilna told us about. Yeah, looks like it. I'll lock the door, Henri. No problem, Chief. So, let's go say hello to Balthazar. Even if just for now, he's calling himself the Dragon King. He's probably going to be in the throne room. Balthazar has so much to answer for about what happened at Brewery Village. I'm going to make sure we pay him back double. If we defeat Balthazar, we should be able to bring this war to an end. We're nearly there, Chief Raphael. What's wrong, miss? Are you scared of fighting Balthazar? If you don't want to fight, you can leave us here. You know Balthazar, don't you? That's what he said back in Brewery Village. You left me. I'm sure that's what Balthazar said back to you back then, Amelia. Well, Raphael and Alexia and Henri, actually, I'm Balthazar's younger sister, miss. You knew, didn't you? I can never get the better of you, Raphael. When we first met you on Ryan Plain, I had Alexia and Henri investigate. We always conduct checks on new mercenaries so that we can root out criminals and spies from other groups and eliminate them. It's all to protect the allies of the Avenir mercenaries. In that case, why did you let me join your band if you knew I was Balthazar's sister? I might have betrayed you. Well, will you listen to me without getting angry? If you'd have been a spy for Balthazar, miss, I was going to make use of you. I was going to give you false info, and at the same time give info about Balthazar's forces, and we could have used you as a hostage. But miss, in Brunei Village, you made the decision to fight against Balthazar, your brother. I saw very clearly how ready you were. At that point, we made the decision to trust you, miss. All of us did. After that, we were just waiting for you to trust us and to tell us everything. And now you've opened your heart to us. So now you're one of the Avenir mercenaries, miss. A member of the family. All of us recognize that. Blubber, thank you, Raphael. I've been feeling uneasy for all this time. I was sure that if my real identity became known, I'd be driven away from all of you. That's why. If we'd driven someone as stupid as you away, you'd have ended up with a bad band of mercenaries, no doubt about it. If that had happened, it would have left a bad taste, right? Henri. I predicted things would turn out like this. It's good to have you with us, Emilia. Thank you. I enjoy being with you too, Alexia. It looks like everything turned out all right. Okay, let's head for the throne. Come on, Alexia. Henri, Miss. Ja! Understood, Chief Raphael. Let's go, Raphael. You're still calling me Miss. That's a whole different matter. When you become a fully fledged mercenary, Miss, then I'll call you by your name. I understand. I'm gonna work so hard to get you to accept me, Raphael. Yeah, that's the spirit. But don't tire yourself out, Miss. Oh, they killed him right away. Wow. Ah, of course. Treasure's just over there. Oh, I'm sensing something bad up ahead. Do we go on, or should we retreat for now? Go on? I'm getting bad. Yeah, let's go, you guys. Hehehe. My name is Cure. I am the chief of the defense brigade of the Dragon King's forces. I thought it sounded noisy in the castle. Now I see that some rats have come in from somewhere. Nah, I guess it's not a problem. I'll crush every single one of you. Ugh. That's not fair! I was still speaking! What's this guy droning on about? When you see the enemy, it's common sense in the mercenary world to move your hand before you move your mouth. I'm not a grubby mercenary like you guys. I'm a knight of the noble Merville family. We have served the family of Count Balthasar for generations. Wait, you don't want to... You didn't listen to the end! Ugh. Oh, sorry, I have to put the Pharaoh. I've had enough of this. A bad feeling about this guy? I guess even your hunches are wrong sometimes, Chief. Me, beaten by savages like these guys? But they're wonderful. I love them. Wow. Hey! Puff, puff, puff. My house was right, yeah, Henri? Yeah, sorry for doubting you, Chief. If you understand, that's okay. Anyway, let's go on. What? Enemies have infiltrated the castle? Where from exactly? Ah, it doesn't matter. They're going to be aiming for this throne. Focus the defense on the route that leads to the throne. No, just to be on the safe side, let's have another plan ready too. A plan that's perfect for them. Hehehe. A guy called Raphael is standing in the way of my getting revenge for the oppression of the Etranger clan by the royal family of Francia. I'm going to be sure to bury him in darkness. Do any of them use daggers? I don't think any of them really use daggers that much. Where the hell's all this lead? Hmm. Up ahead is the throne room. Are we ready? Go on. Hey, we're the Avenir mercenaries. Come on, Balthazar. We're going to decide things right here. I never thought that you'd be allowed to get as far as the throne room, but your advance stops here. I, Officer Riville of the Dragon King's forces, am going to take action. What just happened? Okay, Basara. Kill every single fool who dares to go against Balthazar, the Dragon King. Leave not one person. Sob. Raphael, could that be Chief Magra's son who was kidnapped by the Dragon King's forces? Yeah, almost certainly so. Lasada, your father's waiting for you. Time to go home. Sob, whale. It's no good. You're wasting your time. Lasara is under control of my magic. It's magic to make him kill you guys. That's terrible. Officer Riville of the Dragon King's forces. What Chief Mogra of the Dutus clan said was right. You're a cowardly cheat who'll do anything to get what you want. You talk whatever nonsense you want. As long as the result is okay, the means are justified. After I've killed you guys, I'm going to find Prince Ferdinand, and I'm going to take a nice long time torturing the prince to death. That torture is going to be full of hatred born of the oppression of the Etranger clan by the royal family. Ha 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 ha! Chief, the magic placed on Basara is one of the brainwashing spells passed down in the Etranger clan. If we defeat Ravel, who cast the spell, the magic should be broken. You're going to be fighting against your own clan. Are you going to be okay, Alexia? It'll be no problem. My task is to protect you, Chief Raphael. No one can stop me from doing that, no matter who they are. I see. I'll say nothing more then. Alexia, Henri, Miss, let's do it. We're going to defeat that guy and rescue Basara. Now, just a second. Okay. That target just him. Oh, we had to defeat him anyway. Okay, well, whatever. I didn't expect you guys to have got that strong. That magic power is Bloodbird's. I see. So you're Rudolph's granddaughter, Alexia, are you? How do you know mine and my grandfather's name? Because I was Rudolph's pupil. Ravel, you're from the Etranger clan. So how come you're an officer in Balthazar's forces? I trained under Rudolph. I left Rivulet Village the year Alexia was born, intending to forgive the history of the oppression of the past and to use my power for the people of the kingdom. I went to the castle in high spirits, but what awaited me there wasn't expectation and respect, but a jealousy of the strong power of the Etranger clan and renewed oppression. The people in the castle were scared of my power and exiled me, but after many years of wandering, I came across someone who accepted my power. Yeah, Balthazar. After that, I researched the arcane arts of the Etranger clan, and finally I succeeded in implanting the soul of the King Dragon, the protection deity of the kingdom, into Balthazar. Remember, Alexia, the detestable royal family of Francia who erased the history of the Etranger clan from the pages of history and your hatred for them. Hatred for the royal family? The sub-chief seems today in chief. Yeah, Alexia, listen to what I say. The royal family and the evident mercenaries who aid them. Raphael, eliminate them all. Chief Raphael, I'm... It's up to you, Alexia. Do as you wish. Yes, Chief Raphael. Alexia, how come my magic doesn't affect you? How come? The brainwashing spell of the Etranger clan works on doubts and unease in the subject's mind, amplifying them and allowing the spellcaster to take complete control. Of course it doesn't work on me. You trust Raphael that much? I miscalculated. Ravel spouted so many high-minded opinions hiding behind that shield of the history of oppression of the clan. But what he really felt was evil ambition based on greed, and a desire to show off his strength based on a need for approval. He told lies and swindled others and hid his shabby feelings in the shadows. But Chief, your feelings are always out in the open, no matter what. There's no way Ravel could have beaten you. Well said, Alexia. This time it wasn't flattery, was it? Was it? How was Bassel Henry? Or Henri? Oh shoot, I must check on him. He'll be fine, Chief. Who are you guys? I'm Raphael of the Avenir Mercenaries. Don't worry, we're here to rescue you. We made a promise to Chief Magra, your father.
I was captured by Ravel of the Dragon King's forces. Because of that, the Dutrus clan ended up under the thumb of those forces.
That's all over now. You should go back to your father, who will be waiting to see your smiling face.
Thank you, Raphael. I swear on the name of the Dutrus clan and our deity that I'll be sure to repay the debt I owe you.
Come to think of it, we've not seen Balthazar. I can't really see him slinking away with his tail between his legs. But first, let's concentrate on getting back to castle. We'll exterminate the remaining enemies inside, then open the gate to let Vilna back inside.
Understood, Chief Raphael.
Thanks to the activities of the Avenir mercenaries and Raphael, the flag of the royal family of Francia flew once again above Francia Castle. Prince Ferdinand and Queen Cassandra, who had been evacuated to Rivla village, were welcomed back by to Francia Castle by Raphael and the Avenir mercenaries, who at the... okay, whatever. Prince Ferdinand and Queen Cassandra, every one of the ministers rejoices at your safe return. It's thanks to you, Chancellor Vilna, and to you, Chief Raphael, and your group. Please continue to lend your support to the royal family. I shall be happy to serve. By the way, Chancellor, do you have any information on where Balthazar might be?
In the battle, so many of my subordinates lost their lives. I'm so sorry, but I can't give you any information over and above what you've heard yourself, Raphael.
But there's one thing that concerns me. The Dragon Slayer's sword, one of the secret treasures of the royal family, has been taken from Francia Castle. The Dragon Slayer sword?
It's a legendary sword said to have been obtained by the first king of Francia for world hegemony. The sword is imbued with the power of the Etranger clan.
But the Dragon Slayer sword is a secret treasure of the royal family of Francia. Only someone with the blood of the family can use it. Even if it's Balthazar, there are no exceptions. So in that case, what on earth did Balthazar take the Dragon Slayer sword for? It's not enough to have been taken for revenge, right? What was that noise? It sounded like the world was being torn apart.
The roar was the King Dragon. Something must have happened to the King Dragon.
But even Balthazar, with all his hatred of the royal family and the King Dragon for killing his ancestors, can't destroy the body of the King Dragon unless he can use the Dragon Slayer sword. However, it's certain that there is something not right. We'll deal with the matter of the King Dragon. Balthazar is likely to be there too.
The King Dragon sleeps in Mount Swanhill in the lands of Balthazar.
Mount Swanhill, you say? Got it. There may still be remnants of the enemy inside the castle. The Avenir mercenaries are going to head to Mount Swanhill. Please be sure to take great care.
The King Dragon is the protection deity of the kingdom. Please do whatever you can, Chief Raphael.
Leave everything to us, Prince Ferdinand. Alexia and Henri, Miss, Avenir mercenaries, into battle. Alright, why don't we stop it there. This is audap. You've been watching Ambition Record running on Series X. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.